All right, so let's get into this. Oh my goodness. I think last night we watched two of the youngest up and coming teams in the NBA. I mean, it was a thriller.
It was. I did not realize that OKC is the second youngest team in the league.
Oh, yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
heard them say that last night when I was watching the game. I couldn't believe it. But they was
Balling.
balling.
Yes.
You know what I can say is that do believe that the OKC and the Pelicans were a nice matchup. Both competitive, both had the same type of energy. I think it was a really good game. It was a good game to watch. And at one point, it was anybody's game.
Oh, definitely.
Anybody's game. Yeah.
In fact, at one point, I thought the Pels had it. I really did because I thought that their experience that they have, right? You got that leadership in CJ, and then Jonas. Oh my goodness, could nobody contain him? I said, "Oh, the Pels got this in the bag." The fourth quarter will be a formality. But little did I know, Shea Gilders and Josh Giddey and Jalen has something else to say about that.
You know what was funny at the top of the game, especially in the first quarter? I said, Valanciunas got magnet hands. I mean, that ball, the way he was handling that ball was like the ball was a magnet to his hands. He had so much control. And if you saw the way he caught the ball, the way he handled the ball off the glass, I was saying, okay, Chunas. No, I'm gonna say that. Okay, Valanciunas, you was doing that. No, for real. And I said, okay, good, because he started off the game really strong. I think at that point, by halftime, he had like 11 rebounds. He was getting it. And I looked at, I was watching OKC. They really wasn't doing much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I really was like, okay, so I think that the Pels are in a good stride right now. Just with Valanciunas being able to control the ball like he was controlling the ball. And I really thought that was great. However, that Lou Dort on
Oh,
OKC,
oh
let me
my
tell you
goodness.
something. When I say he held it down for OKC and gave Shea Gillis enough room to get his stride in the second quarter. I just think that's
Mm-hmm.
what it was. I mean, the second half. I think that's just what it
Right.
was.
Right.
Lou Dort was on Ingram like a jersey. I just couldn't even. He was Lou Dort was really good, not only offensively but also defensively, and I think that's one of the things that helped propel the OKC Thunder to actually end successfully um, at the end of the regulation. So
Yeah, but
it
I
was
think
good.
one of my key takeaways was, that Trey Murphy. Oh, he's ready for the next level. He is a star. I mean, hey, you know what? If hopefully BI stays for the longevity of his career, but if not, the Pels have a star in Trey Murphy. I'm just gonna say.
I have to agree with you on that. We talk about somebody with a hot hand. Trey Murphy couldn't miss. I don't care
Oh,
where he caught the ball; it was going in. It was really, really, and I like the fact that not only can he shoot the three, but he can also drive, which was
mm-hmm.
really, really good. I just, I'm just gonna go back to Lou Dort. I'm sorry because I wasn't expect. I don't know if they planned for Lou Dort to be that aggressive on defense. I mean, he put on. For him to be much shorter than Ingram, one thing that Lou Dort has to his advantage is his weight. He's strong.
Yeah,
So now
sturdy.
Brandon
Mm-hmm.
Ingram figured it out in some cases, but Lou Dort was relentless on him. And I think that kind of um, you know, delayed, disrupted Ingram for a minute, in some cases. And so, yeah, but he had to, pass out. Another thing I can say about OKC, Giddy is nice. We don't talk about him enough, but Giddy can hold it down. Another thing I like about OKC, I think that really resonated with me with this game is that they know how to get in and cut. They know how to cut. They know how to show up. They just know how to be everywhere. They
Mm-hmm.
were so great on I think they were really good on defense. I don't know what everybody else would say, but for me, I just really appreciated their defense, and they came ready to be so young. They were so mature in how
Yes.
they play the game, how they approach the game, how they handle calls that may not have went in their favor. Just whatever that is that they have, it's like they may be young, but their behavior is mature in a
Very,
sense.
very.
I loved it. So I really, for me, anybody could have won the game and I would have been okay. But I'm not mad at OKC at all. They were amazing.
No, no, me either. I would say it was a professional beatdown, right? Because
Okay.
they
Okay, that's fair.
it was
Uh-huh.
professional. It wasn't a lot of trash talk, and it wasn't any of that. It was like a mature Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
I
Okay. I can support that. That's a good way to put
yeah.
it. And I
Yeah.
like that. I think that that was a nice balance. Everybody doesn't have to be so dogmatic when they play, especially when the other team matches that. I just think that they just had, I don't know. It was just really, it was, I love it when I watch games where both teams are getting at it. And it's back, it's either tied, one team's above, then it gets tied again. It's that back and I felt like the game was back and forth. That's why it was
Hmm.
anybody's game. And for me, I was glued. And knowing that they're so young, and then not only that, I think maybe one of the reasons why they don't claim the Pelicans to be the one of the youngest teams is because they got CJ McCollum. Oh man,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And
But other
Jonas.
than and Jonas, yeah. So, but it was really good. It was a good game.
Yes, yes. And to think OKC has, oh, I don't know what, 10 more draft picks, coming up in the next 5 years or so. And they're only going to get younger and more talented. So shout out to Sam Presti. Oh my goodness. What a young squad. Happy that they, kind of get a chance to fight for the eighth seed, but looking forward, I don't know how they're going to do against them Wolves.
You know what? They may be okay. I was a little concerned at the top of the game, the way Valanciunas was handling the ball and he was, owning the paint. I was a little concerned because I was like, who does OKC really have? In that
Hmm.
position to really kind of hold it down. I know currently they list Jalen with a Y Williams as their center, but I was like, I don't know if he does enough. I mean, he's not as experienced as Valanciunas, of course, but I was like, I don't know, because I think both Jalen's, this is their second season, and I said it in one of our videos. Jalen Williams with the L, Jalen with the L in his name. Let me find out he's a superstar. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
I,
He's on his way. Hmm.
I'm telling you, give him about another 3 years. We're gonna be like, oh, he's amazing. I like
Yep.
him. I like him as a new player. I think it's his second season in the league. I like him. So I'm gonna be watching him for next season for sure. But I'm gonna tell you this one thing. When I say somebody's smooth with it, that Gilgis Alexander.
I knew you were going to say him. Yeah, he's smooth.
At
Mm,
first, I was a
mm,
little
mm.
concerned. I'm like, please. At the first half of the game, I said, I just really hope he turns it on because he didn't get to the free throw line at all. And, that's one that I think I heard someone say on the broadcast that he's like number one in getting to the free throw line in the league. Like he gets there all the time. So he wasn't getting to the free throw line. And I think that he had to settle for threes that he normally wouldn't settle for. And I saw that. I don't think he really had his game in rhythm at the first half. But that second half, when he turned
Oh,
it on, it was
yeah.
over. He's so smooth and
Yes.
agile.
Oh, shifty. Oh, goodness.
Oh my gosh. And his handles are not that bad. I mean, he continue to play. He's gonna be good with the handles. He's nice. So
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Very mild mannered, very confident, very matter of fact. I'm getting to the rim. It's nothing you guys can do. And yeah, that's that. Uh,
And you're gonna foul me while I'm going through it. Just get
yeah.
ready to stand on the sideline while I'm at the stripe. Just get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready to bank these free throws. They about to go in. Like,
I know.
yeah.
And then the clutch free throws at the end of the game just really sealed it. And I was like, wow, go ahead, Shay. I'm happy to see, I'm really interested in the matchup between them and the Timberwolves because again, Karl Anthony Towns is playing really well, but you got Anthony Edwards who did not have a really good game against the
No.
Los Angeles Lakers. So I'm looking up for him to explode. So to see the young talent go head to head in their
I
next
love
matchup, it's
it.
going to be interesting. Oh, I
Will
can't
Rudy
wait.
Gobert be back?
Yeah, I believe he was only suspended for one game. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Rudy and yeah, they're gonna be going at it.
Oh, I can't wait. I really hope it will really be phenomenal if Anthony Edwards' game is on. If he can get his rhythm in this game, in the next matchup with
Uh-huh.
the OKC, it's gonna be really good. Yeah.
Yes. The game before that started out really as a blowout, right? The Bulls were down by 19. Toronto looked like they had it in the bag. And I was like, oh, this is surprising. Well.
Wait, before you even go there. Wait. Because during that lull that the Bulls experienced during that game where they were down by 19, I was like, ooh, Billy Donovan, you better pack up your office because you
Mm.
cannot continue on if this is it. Considering that last season you guys were the 6th seed. going into the playoffs. Like, what is this about? But then somebody's
Ooh.
team could not hit a free throw if the
Mm.
basket was at their chin. I was
Oh
just
my
like, what is
God! Not at their chin. Oh my God. Let me
how?
find out. Yeah, that there's a little medley on Twitter floating around of all the missed free throws that the Raptors missed. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, it's
See that, that's
horrible.
bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. And then they threw in DeMar DeRozan's daughter screaming. See,
Yeah.
now they're making it seem like the reason why the Raptors missed so many free throws because she was doing all that screaming. It is a basketball arena. Fans are not going to just sit there like they're in a library. I just think the Raptors couldn't make a free throw to save their lives.
And not only that, how they hear her, well, she was at the sideline. But if you watch the person at the free throw line, the crowd got the white things banging together, they
Hmm.
screaming and yelling. No, they just can't hit free throws. That's just what
Yeah,
that is. They were
yeah.
shook. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for the Bulls.
Mm.
And then but that's the thing about it. What I've noticed with the past 4 games I've watched in the play-in tournament, the one on Tuesday and then the one on Wednesday night, that the free throws are the ones that can win you the game. So if you can't hit him, because Siakam, he missed two. He missed two. Got the foul, right? The 3-pointer foul. Got to the line, only made one of them. You mean you only made one free throw,
I
Siakam?
know, I
Out of
know.
3, when you could have really helped your team kind of get closer to, like, what is going on? And then you get, don't put nobody else at the line because they making them from the Bulls. It's like, you got to do better. 18 missed. That means
I
y'all
know.
was slacking all game. And that's horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah. So earlier you said Billy Donovan needed to pack up his office. Has the moving truck moved to Toronto now for Nick
Baby,
Nurse?
they're currently en route as we speak.
Oh my God.
No,
You
Nick Nurse,
know.
I'm sorry. They was kind of calling for his head earlier in the season.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
can guarantee you right now, Masai Ujiri is like, oh my goodness.
But anytime you have the coach Nick Nurse in talks with other teams. Now, I don't know that he was physically talking to them, but there were reports of a job already waiting for him. Come on, I knew that Nick Nurse had already checked out and he was just going through the formality. I don't think he believed that the Raptors could really, win some games and actually make a deep run. So he was setting up his next opportunity. That's what I believe.
Yeah, probably House was probably already on the market anyway. It wasn't a good look for the Raptors at all. At all. And, to be quite honest, it wouldn't have been a good look for the Bulls either. So I guess somebody had to take it. Is it too soon to say 1, 2, 3 Cancun? Do we do that in the play-in tournament? Or does that happen? Or is it 1, 2, 3 Dubai? Which one is it right now?
Hey, it's the buy in the play in.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I got it. So we start counting down to vacations in the playoffs. Okay.
Oh
Perfect.
my goodness. But shout out to Patrick Beverly. He's they're not out the woods yet, right?
No, they're not. No, because they're
Mm-hmm.
going up against who? The Bulls and
Miami Heat. The Heat.
okay.
The Heat got a lot to prove. They got something to, Jimmy got to back up his words. So it's gonna be a tough matchup between the Bulls and the Heat. And then honestly, ain't nobody getting by the Milwaukee Bucks. So y'all doing all this for what?
Oh, absolutely to still go home in round 1, but at least you'll get a chance to play a few more games. Really,
Yeah.
you're just going to get some more cardio. You're going to get some more exercise. If you hit the 8th seed, Bulls or Heat, your next 4 games will be exercise.
Because you are not
going home in 4.
Yeah. And
go
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
And the Bucks gonna be rested. It's come on.
Right. What do you think about either the Thunder or the Wolves matching up against the Nuggets?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I think it'll still be it. And history tells me the 1-8 matchup is not what it's cracked up to be. The disparity is so huge. The Bucks are just dominant. And then what? They're gonna go up against a Bulls team that's barely 500, if that, or a Heat team that been taking the regular season for granted all season. Nah. Mm-mm.
If the Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks do not take these teams out in a sweep, and if I want to be nice and they just don't want to make it look bad for the team, a gentleman's sweep, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Okay, well, we're waiting on Friday, right? Friday's game.
Cannot wait.
I'm just gonna make this side note. This NBA app can kick rocks.
Yeah, first of all, they keep updating it. It's just a little much.
Oh, yeah, they just added something new at the top. Oh my God,
Yeah,
y'all.
I got these pop-ups
Well,
and
where
stuff.
is it at? Oh, here it is. It takes forever to download. Why they change the color? I like the black screen from the seating. Put it back black. Why is this white? I'm over it. I'm over it. Okay, anyway, let's see. So Bulls Heat, and then Thunder and Wolves.
Oh, and TNT has the Bulls game. Man, oh, I just love their broadcast.
I'm not gonna say that, but that ESPN one is dry.
Oh, wasn't it? Especially last night. I was like, oh, goodness, it's already late. Don't put me to sleep, kids.
Yeah, it's dry. It's dry. TNT is the one. I see because they're so entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Now,
But
I like
anyway.
Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. They're pretty funny, but it seems like they don't have the type of freedom that the guys on TNT have.
I actually really enjoy Doris. I like her.
Oh, yeah,
Doris
yeah, yeah.
Burke and that guy that they're always paired together. I like hearing them commentate games. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I agree. I just think that I like how TNT comes in. They have their whole show is just so much better to watch. That's why I always want them to just do all of the games. But I get they have to split with ESPN. So anyway, that is a
Yeah.
little shade. Shade, no shade.
It's all good. Hey,
All good. Get your paper regardless. All right. So until next time.
we out.